We should be live. Adam, bring us in.
All right, here we are. We are back we are now at McKnight Park, I believe. So audio only today, Cody. Correct?
Yeah.
No camera.
So I tried to run up here. We had a little storm in between games, really at the tail end. I didn't even get to watch the end of the last game. I heard we won, though, in a tiebreaker.
We did. International tiebreak did a great job defensively to hold them to no runs their first inning, and we scored one to win 8-7. So that pushes Summertown's record to 9-1.
Okay. So I tried to come up here and set it up as quick as I could. The game got started, and Hannah Lindsay's going to take a walk. It's going to put her on.
To give you a brief rundown, Summertown is the visiting team this game. We are playing Science Hill, the Hilltoppers. Summertown strikes quick. Anna Burleson, the 4-hole hitters up. To give you a rundown, Erica Abbott leads the game off with a double off the base of the left field fence in the gap, followed up by a double into the same gap by Runnels to score Abbott. Lindsay just walks. And everyone just moves up on a wild pitch. So we've got second and third, no outs, with Anna Burleson up for Summertown. She's going to hit a rocket to right, and that's going to burn the right fielder off the base of the fence. So she's going to walk in with a double, cruise in. Lindsay and Runnels both score. Summertown has made contact with 3 balls out of 4 at-bats, and all 3 have struck the fence. So a little bit different story, Cody, than what we saw the first game.
Yeah, they're awake. They had their coffee on the way over here to the other park. And,
well, they had a little time with the rain, right?
Yeah.
So that'll bring Jones up now with Anna Burleson on second, already with a 3-0 lead here in the top of 1. Still no outs.
Will, do we have a good connection? Will says we sound great. So if you agree, you can comment below. Interact with us a little bit. Since we don't have video today, if you can't see a live feed, it's because we just didn't have time to get the camera put up, so we wanted to give you we'll give you the best play-by-play we can.
Jones fires a line drive rocket down the third baseline, foul, but it was good contact. 1-1 count on Jones after taking a first pitch ball low. With Anna Burleson on second base, still no outs here in the top of the first. Summertown leading 3-0. Here's the pitch. Jones going to hit a ground ball. That's a fair ball. That looks fair. Coach Burleson was doing his part to let the umpires know that he believed it was foul, but that will be called a foul ball. That was right on the chalk. I'd love to have a replay of that looking down the line.
We don't have a very good view.
No.
We're close to it here on third baseline, but it looked right on top of it if it wasn't.
So Jones now with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Reagan Burleson on deck for Summertown.
Getting some refills on the balls here for the umpire.
A little bit different situation over here at McKnight Park compared to where we're playing at Starplex. Go to here, you've got a solid chain link fence. We played here a bunch over the years in travel and other places. So nice field here. Chain link fence, I believe, looks around 10 to 12 feet tall.
10 feet, yeah.
Jones is going to hit a rocket.
She makes that one fair.
Down into the corner. Burleson, she's going to walk in easily, and Jones is going to walk into second base. That was a rocket shot down the left field line. So Summertown's now jumped out 4-0. Still no outs here in the top of the first.
She got just in front of the one prior to that we were calling fair that was foul. And she flexed that one around third base and dropped it in play. So beautiful hit there by Hannah Jones.
That'll bring Reagan Burleson to the plate. She's going to hit a ball that
is
going to go down the line and fall down the third baseline. Jones will hold at second. That's a good decision. That's in a very iffy area right there in the grass, short. So Jones is going to stay at second, but Reagan Burleson with a hit. So now first and second, still no out.
She just fought that one off her hands just enough, blooped it over third base. Short couldn't get there. So let's keep it rallying.
I like this. We can hit the whole time, man.
I love it.
This will bring Greenlee Taylor to the plate. First pitch to her, that's going to be way high out of the zone for ball 1. You know, we played Science Hill, I believe, up here last year. I don't remember how that game ended up. I do know it was a pretty tight game. Science Hill may have won that. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look, but I do know Science Hill is a really large school.
Foul that ball
Not
away.
sure whether
her.
they're 3, 4A, maybe 5, maybe more than that. I might do a little research here when we get a break, but.
Well, you were talking last game in between innings about how if Summertown is playing well, if they're hitting, and I know you could say this about anybody, but if they're hitting well, playing good defense like we know they can, they're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, for sure.
All around.
Taylor's going to foul another one off.
We'll leave her at 1-2.
Caitlin Gillum on deck for Summertown. Here's the pitch to Greenlee. Down and way in the dirt for a ball. Summertown with runners on first and second. Reagan Burleson on first. Jones on second. They've got 4 already in here in top 1 and still no outs. Taylor at the plate. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a line drive foul against the third baseline.
Heads up, Coach.
Pitcher getting a new ball. As I mentioned, we had a pretty good little shower here with pretty high winds. I wouldn't say it was a ton of rain, Cody. The field, there's no puddles on the field, but it did come down quickly, and the wind was ridiculous.
Yeah, I made some friends over here under the that's a close one take. I made some friends over here under the pavilion trying to hide from the wind, but it was more just sideways rain more than anything. But, yeah, it basically just took all the dust off the field. Fields look great.
That pitch is high, and Taylor's going to walk. So now bases are loaded up, still no outs, with Gillum coming to the plate for Summertown. Atkinson on deck.
We'll get a pitch runner here for Greenlee, our catcher, so she can get dressed. Hey, I don't know if she gets dressed yet. We got no outs. Bat back around.
Hopefully, she might get to another
back around.
I like the. I'll tell you this. I really appreciate this start a lot better than our last game. So.
It makes you feel a lot better, huh?
It makes you appreciate these innings like this for sure.
You're done.
Gillum's going to take ball low, ball 1. But, you know, Cody, as that game progressed, you could see the bats really waking up.
Yeah.
You know, this team's just got to get mentally prepared when they hit the field. You know, you just can't have the slow starts.
Yeah.
You know, because depending on who you play, Gillum's going to foul it off. Depending on who you play and everything else, you know, you can dig holes that, you know, sometimes even when you wake up, it's too late.
Yeah,
You know, you can't do that. This team's way too talented. You know, they've got to have that accelerator pushed down when they step foot on the field.
Hey, you got to have your leaders out front. So that 1-2-3 girl.
Gillum's going to pop it up down the right field
That's
line.
trouble.
That's down.
Fair.
That's fair. All runners will move up. So that's going to push it 5-0. Still no outs. And that was in no man's land right there.
It's going to leave bases loaded. And Science Hill's catcher's going to have a little powwow with the pitcher, just try and talk her down.
Well, that'll bring Axon to the plate. Chelsea for Summertown.
So we have batted all the way through.
Exactly. And you got Miss Abbott on deck, who proceeded to try to knock the left field fence down her first at bat.
Well, and that's what I was saying is our 1-2-3's got to get us going, got to get us started.
Yep.
And they did that line drive, and then with Hannah's hit. So doing their job, getting the team off to a good start. I mean, that's all you can ask for.
Atkinson's going to take a ball outside. You know, and we talk about our pitchers getting ahead. This is another thing. You can't get behind to the Summertown team either. They're too good of a hitting team.
Yeah.
You got to get first pitch, you know, get ahead. Atkinson's going to take ball 2. You know, and I thought the pitcher for, you know, the Illinois team we just played did a really good job, especially the first few innings getting ahead. Now, as I thought as the game progressed, she kind of, you know, lost that momentum a little herself.
Yeah. Well, she had thrown, I think Will had her at.
Atkinson's going to hit one to left. And that is
dropped
by the left fielder. Kind of got a kind of a fade to that one. 2 runs will score for Summertown, and will hold up at second and first. So 7-0. Still no outs. And Abbott, who hit a rocket of a double against the left field fence to lead the game off, and it looks like we're going to have a pitching change for Science Hill.
I mean, you can't bat through the order, have no outs, and not make some sort of change, because I mean that's tough to come back through. So I don't know if that was somebody they were just getting some reps in for, but and honestly, she didn't really pitch all that bad. She had a couple fly balls that could have been easily caught, and defense just didn't help them out.
Well, got behind. I think that was key. You get behind on batters. Abbott had a good at bat. Worked full count. To lead off the game, and then you have to throw a strike. You definitely don't walk a lead off.
Yeah.
She hits one off the fence. Then Runnels comes up and strokes one, scores Abbott, and ever since then it's just as the old saying goes, the dams just broke loose.
Yeah, it was. Hey, but I like it when you're wearing blue and white with the Eagles and you're way up.
Well, I think it goes to show too that this lineup is solid top to bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Abbott's a big piece. Your two seniors are definitely a big part of your offense with Lindsay too. But man, all these kids in this lineup can hit. Even if Abbott or your seniors have bad days, or your upperclassmen, maybe just have bad days at the plate. You've got quality, talented kids throughout this lineup to produce, no matter what.
For sure.
Which has got to be uplifting for sure. So I think it takes a lot of pressure off your kids when you've got 9, 10 kids batting that.
We got a stoppage of play for a ball on the field.
Yeah, Abbott took ball 1. So runners at first and second. Top 1, still no outs. Summertown leading 7-0. Abbott batting for her second time, batting back around, and Runnels on deck. That's going to be down and away, too, for ball 2. And after this rain and everything and this messiness that came around, the sun's wanting to come out. The wind is calmed. It's absolutely beautiful out here right now. You couldn't ask for better softball weather. There's the pitch to Abbott, up and away, ball 3. So our new pitcher has thrown 3 pitches and is yet to find a strike zone.
Well, we got 3 balls?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was signing Will off. He's headed to watch the middle school baseball play, so make sure you check them out.
Abbott's going to take strike 1 on the 3-0 count. She was pretty much taking, I'm sure. The issue right here, 3-1, you got to be smart with Abbott or she will take out one of the charter buses behind the right field fence.
That would be awesome.
Well, I think it's possible. She hit one earlier today that would have went over them. She's going to foul that one off.
So we got a full count here. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. Erica Abbott up to bat with our 2-hole hitter on deck.
Abbott's going to hit another one. That's going to burn the left fielder again. That's going to go off the fence. Her second one off the fence. 1 run in, 2 runs in, and Abbott has another double. So Abbott in the first inning is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. And Summertown now up 9-0. Still no outs. Still no outs.
I wasn't kidding about batting back around at him.
Hey, I'm serious. If they keep this up, man, I might take me a break off this game and let you handle the rest of this by yourself. What do you think? You can do that? You want to do that? Oh, I tell you, we should get Will back over here. Is he still here, right?
No, he just left.
Oh, okay.
He just he's headed to where are they at? Smyrna somewhere.
Yeah. Runnels now up the 2-hole hitter. She's going to take ball 1. She also doubled her first at bat earlier in the inning into the left field gap. She's been swinging the bat so well, man. I love watching that kid hit. Left-handed, beautiful swing. It's textbook. Yeah. But, she got to keep her head down.
Yeah.
You
got to see the ball.
Listen, I don't blame her, though, man. If I, every once in a while, I just want to unleash and see how far I can hit one.
At this point, you're up 9-0.
Yeah,
nobody's out. No. Everybody's trying to hit it over the fence. Let's be honest.
Here's the pitch. Ronald's going to hit a grounder to short, and they will get the out at 1. So Science Hill has recorded their first out of the game. Unfortunately, it's after 9 Summertown players have crossed home. So Summertown up 9-0. Abbott advanced to third on the ground out. So now you've got Lindsay up, who walked her first at bat earlier in the inning, with Hannah Burleson on deck. The pitch to Lindsay. That's going to be a strike. Lindsay had a good game at the plate herself earlier in the morning, along with Abbott and plenty of others. Jones had a big bomb. Lindsay, I think, ended up 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double.
I heard she was 4 for 4. She laid
down
the
bunt down, but I don't know if that would be considered a fielder's choice. I'm not sure of that, but yeah,
we'll take
here's the pitch to Lindsay, up and away for a ball. Well, it was a sack bunt with a runner on second. Right. Now, she did, but they didn't make a throw attempt to first. So I would venture to say that was probably viewed as a no at bat or a sack. So sacrifice. So still.
Batting 100%.
Yep. Lindsay's going to hit one,
Rips
and
it.
She's going to keep it that way.
Burns her.
That's going to bounce and hit the center field fence. Abbott's going to walk in to home, make it 10-0. Lindsay puts her at 4 for 4 for the day at the plate. And Summertown's dropped a 10 spot
in the first inning.
And still only 1 out. And you've got Lindsay in scoring position on second, and they're going to get a courtesy for Lindsay.
So here's my question: is Hannah was supposed to pitch?
I would assume. I saw her warming up.
Pull that?
No, well, she can pinch run. You can run for the pitcher and catcher.
No, that's what I'm saying. Do you pull her from pitching this game?
Well, I mean, this is your last game of the day. Either way. I mean,
save her for tomorrow.
Well, I mean, you've only got 2 tomorrow. You've also got a kid like Lindsay who's played travel for 8 or 9 years.
Yeah,
she's probably thrown.
She's used to it.
She's probably played 8 games in a day, and she's probably pitched 3 before. So,
yeah.
I think I can just tell you. I'm wondering if you don't throw an inning or 2, maybe just to give her a little bit of work. She only threw 2 innings, I think, the last game.
Yeah.
In relief, but that's going to be a line drive foul, just foul down the first baseline. I also know too. Jones and Davis pitched some key innings in that first game.
Oh, yeah.
We've yet to see Olivia Woods today.
Yep.
Maybe you throw Hannah maybe one inning just to give her a little bit of work and let Woods come in here and do her thing. She's definitely a kid. I love seeing that kid throw. So you might want to be able to get her some innings in for sure. Here's the pitch to Burleson. She's going to hit a line drive up the middle. That's a single, and Coach Burleson's going to hold the runner at third. So first and third, still 1 out with Jones coming to the plate. She hit a big double, her first at bat this inning.
10-0. 10-0 into the first. We got a little Hayden over here, birthday man, running the scoreboard. I think it's the only scoreboard functioning today.
So right now we've got Erica, who's 2 for 2 this inning. Hannah 1 for 1. Jones, who also had a big double, hopefully she can be 2 for 2 in the first inning. And Burleson, who behind her, she had a base hit, her first at bat.
The sun is finally popping out at them.
Yeah, it's beautiful right now. I would take this weather right here all year.
Yeah.
For the rest of the year. Here's the pitch to Jones. That's going to be up high and away for a ball. The runner will advance to second. That will be Burleson, who will take second base on the ball that gets away from the catcher. So now you've got second and third. Still 1 out. That one's going to be high and away to Jones as well. What count do you have, Cody?
I got 2-1.
2-1. They're not putting any. They are putting it up on the screen, but I've learned I don't. Hayden's doing it. Well, I know not to trust him.
The scoreboard.
Well, no way I can trust that dude. All right, here's the pitch to Jones. That's a changeup, a little up, but she hacks at that one and fouls it back. So that should square it up 2-2.
I'm praying that sale. There's another sale that's about an hour and a half behind. I'm praying either we're done before it gets here, or B, it gets north of us.
We'll be done, I hope. Here's the pitch to Jones. Fouls that one off too. Jones is out in front a little bit of this. I think she's thrown her 2-3 changeup, but there's not a ton of velocity on this pitcher right here.
I was about to say
It's
they
tough.
just batted against a girl for an hour and 45 minutes that was
Probably,
throwing.
what, 60 maybe?
Yeah, she was throwing every bit of it.
Yeah.
And now we're throwing somewhere in the low 50s.
Yeah. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a changeup sail high again, so that's going to bring it full. But yeah, I don't see. It's tough on kids, man. When you see that, now you're seeing what, 50.
Yeah.
It's
just like driving down the interstate. When you're driving 70 all the way home, and then you get to Etheridge and you got to drive 45. I mean.
Well, on a good note, here's the pitch to Jones. She's going to swing and whiff on that one. That's going to be strike 3. But, the thing about that, though, is Etheridge also, they really have a way to not only keeping you under 45 to get you to 0 because you've been pulled over.
Oh. Here we go. Reagan's up to bat.
So, Science Hill now has gotten finally to 2 outs. Reagan up to the plate. She's going to hit a ball deep to left. That's down the line, and it's fair.
Oh, no way. No way.
They're going to call the ball.
Bump is calling it foul, but.
Foul ball. He calls it a foul ball. That ball.
Okay. He's at least on. He's been on. Hang on.
That ball landed within 3 foot fair.
Yeah.
I don't see any way.
Because he told Burleson, he said, I couldn't see because the girl's on third. But, I mean, it was.
Well, the thing about it is, how can you call it foul if you don't see it? That's the thing. I mean, you can't call it foul. I mean.
Okay. I'm not really sure either of them saw it, but I think the honest reaction that Coach Burleson gave them was.
So we're going to see what's happening here.
Yeah.
Burleson is going to second base. Okay.
It's a stand-up double.
So Reagan hits the double.
The 2 girls scored. We scored 2.
Summertown gets both the runs that easily score from second because they were running with 2 outs. The ball. Look, we're looking through a fence here, but the ball landed at least 3 to 4 feet fair. So I understand the Science Hill coach. She's not happy right now, but also too, she's probably also not happy that we're not out of the top of the first and she's down 12-0.
Yeah.
So
that's going to put anybody in a sour
I'm sure
mood.
that adds to her frustration.
Yeah, but that ball was so far in. I mean, we're looking through 2 fences and can still see it.
Well, and I think she's arguing that both runs were allowed to score. Well, by the time that the outfielder even picked the ball up, the 2 runners would have been in the dugout.
Yeah.
So it's
because we were on second and third, so.
So that'll bring Greenlee to the plate now. Taylor, she's going to take a changeup that floats about head high. Gillum on deck. Reagan. She stroked that ball, too. One thing in the midst of all that confusion, Reagan with her second hit of the inning.
Yeah.
And that ball was well hit right down the line. Beautiful job there by Reagan getting the bat head out. Greenlee Taylor, she's going to get one, and that's deep. The left fielder falls down. It slams against the fence. That's going to push it to 13-0. And Cody was really hoping that one would get out.
Well,
so we could use our great punchlines for homers we've been working on the last few weeks.
But that ball was gone. Did you see the wind held it up? We've got still some wind coming out of the southwest.
And it's still on this field. It's although the wind's hardly not blowing hardly at all right now, it's very similar though. If you're wanting to go out of this park, you need to go in the right field gap or to the right. I think if you're wanting to get one out of here, the way the wind is today, that's your best shot. But 13-0 here in the
top of the
first. And Summertown still batting with a runner on second base. Gillum at the plate. She's going to hit a ground ball to the third baseman. She's going to boot it. Your runner's going to move up to third, and Gillum's safe at first. So now you've got first and third, 2 outs. That will bring Atkinson to the plate.
And that was great base running. I'm not sure who that was, but the third baseman kind of bobbled that line drive.
Yeah, she read
that was hit, and she saw she had the ball, so she went ahead and ran right past her, which sounds easy in concept, but isn't always. No. Your mind doesn't always click that way. But
so Chelsea to the plate now. She's going to take a first pitch strike on the outside corner. That's a good location
Yeah.
right there. Probably one of the best pitches this young lady's thrown. For sure.
And Adam,
I
with
like that
Chelsea in the
location.
box, that means we've batted around twice, just like I
Well,
said.
Abbott on deck now, waiting for her
Yep.
third possible at bat. I'd like to see her come to. This might be the only time in Erica's history that she's batted 3 times in the top of the first. I will say. I may be wrong. I will have
Leave
to
it
ask
up
her
there.
that, but
Brings up a 1-1 count.
hey, I've played on teams, Cody, where I've just hoped that one of my players could bat 3 times in a game.
Heard
Get around
that.
jump. Sometimes
Absolutely.
even twice, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Atkinson's going to take a ball. She's going to
Good
go out and get a
changeup.
change up. It's popped up, and it's going to
Trouble.
fall right behind second base. Another run in, 14-0. Gilla moves up to second, and Abbott is going to come to the plate for her third at bat.
Yep.
Abbott, this may be the only time in her career where she could be 3 for 3 in the first.
Get your helmets, girls. We're just going to stay here while I'm bat. Now, how does this work in a travel tournament? Is there a run rule?
Well, you got to remember, this is a setup of a travel tournament, but it's not a travel tournament. It's a high school tournament. Now, the rule, it's set up, the way that will be popped up into shallow center by Abbott. It will be caught by the center fielder. And the bleeding, well, I say bleeding. This isn't bleeding. It's a hemorrhage.
Bled out.
Yeah, this is not a small cut. This is a possible decapitation. But 14-0 Summertown after the top of the first. But like I was saying, Cody, it's a travel ball format because you have a time limit, right?
Yeah.
I would venture to say, though, it is high school, so high school rules probably go into place except for time limits and the international tiebreak, right?
Yeah.
But I would probably say there's probably not run rules. Now, there may be run rules, maybe like 15 after 3 or whatever. I don't know how that goes. We would have to find out about that. But as of right now, Summertown's dropped a 14 spot.
And I guess
top
we'll
of the
just
first inning.
I guess we'll just stay on air since we don't have video.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to turn the feed on and think we don't know how to set it up. Which, granted, we don't know how to set it up. But anyways, we didn't get up here in time.
They've listened to us long enough to know that we don't know what we're
Absolutely. And at least we're honest. Yeah. This is the first media channel you will find with honest reporters. I said that live. It's out there. It's out there live.
I don't want to say I'm completely honest all the time. You lock yourself into stuff if you say you're honest all the time.
I heard that. But yeah, we're gonna stay here. Start the bottom of the first. Your Lady Eagles are up 14. That's right. If you were just tuning in, you have heard that right. 1-4. 14 runs. Erica Abbott batted 3 times in the first, going 2 for 3. And we're going to kick things off right here with Hannah Lindsay on the mound, pitching her second game of the inning, of the day.
Second game
of the day.
There's the first pitch. Call for a ball. But, yeah, Lindsay came in and pitched the final 2 innings of our first game this morning in relief. With this lead, I venture to say I don't know how long she might be in.
Yeah.
Hopefully if Summertown, if she can do her job and this defense can do theirs.
Yeah.
I see Olivia Woods over here warming up, so I'm looking forward to seeing her on the mound. I love watching that kid throw. She did a great job down at the beach too, Cody. She freshman, but she's so much talent and got a bright future ahead of her. So I think that's going to be ball 2 from Lindsay. Next pitch is going to be fouled away. And if you're Lindsay here, you got a 14-run lead. You zoom in on that strike zone and you attack it.
Oh, yeah.
You let your defense work. You want to limit your pitch count too. They're going to need you throughout the rest of the week. And these other pitchers need their work. So you're going to get a ground ball here to Reagan Bertelson at second. She's going to suck that one right up for out 1. Nice play there by Reagan.
And that's the thing is, if you were watching the game earlier, we had a couple errors early on, right? But as far as defense goes, I feel like we've played fairly well since then. And so if you're Lindsay, let them put it in play.
Lindsay's going to get a first pitch strike. Well, and I'm going to tell you, Cody, you always like to talk about being, you always like to hope you're exempt from things. But look, that was a tight game there, and they put balls on the ground and bunted, and you put teams under pressure. You put pressure on defense.
Yeah.
And when you do those things, you put the ball in the dirt, you bunt, you cause teams to make mistakes.
You see how well their fundamentals are.
Yes, and but I think we also know this team is definitely way better than the mistakes we made that last game. But it just goes to show any team, under the wrong situation at the wrong time can make mistakes.
Yeah.
And I've seen the best teams, some of the most talented teams I've ever seen, that you would like to hope they won't make them, but they will.
Well, poke shot to Reagan there. That'll be out number 2 on fly ball.
So Reagan's got her second put out. That's going to be a little pop there. She's going to grab that one. So 2 quick outs here. Bottom 1.
So as a coach here, how do you keep your team focused? You're up 14 runs.
You concentrate on the little things, I think. Your pitchers got to do their jobs here. Your defense keeps bearing down. Your hitters, they need to go up there. And look, I'm sure if you keep this up 14-0, you're going to have some younger kids get in the game, get some reps. Those kids are playing for jobs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the thing. You got to understand, as a younger kid, I played basketball, baseball, and everything else like every kid. You're a freshman, an 8th grader, or whatever, and you get a chance on the field. Your job's to go out there and prove that, hey, give me a look, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you ought to be looking to take – everybody here on a team should be looking to take the other person's job. I think it creates, competition. It creates a solid team, chemistry. So I think it's important. These kids that come in, if they do, they're out here playing for jobs, And, I think that's how, they need to view it to keep, like you were saying, to keep the focus out here.
Well, this program has been super competitive the last 5 years.
Yes.
Be a foul ball down the right field line. They've been super competitive, so you almost have this culture of competition and a threshold of expectations, right? And so when you have your older kids teaching your freshmen, sophomores that are coming in, you want to continue that. And as a coach, that's what you hope happens.
So Lindsay's going to go off the plate a little bit and get a slow grounder to first. So 3 up, 3 down, a pop-up, 2 ground outs for Lindsay. And great job by the defense for Summertown. And they're going to walk into the top of the second with a 14-0 lead. I'll tell you, Cody, you always like watching good softball. I mean, right? You want to go watch good softball games. But I do kind of enjoy a relaxed 14-0 game. These 2-1, bottom of the 7th, bases loaded, they wear on my nerves a little.
Yeah, I was about to say, we had they grinded it out. And I'll be honest, I left the lower field from the first game to run up here to set everything up.
Yeah.
And kind of just forgot that the game wasn't over.
Yeah.
And so I guess I missed the best game that we've had all season as far as competition goes.
Yeah. And, you were talking about, keeping focus, when you're in a 14-0 game. The younger players, you want, Coach Burleson, any way you can, always wants to get them reps for sure. But, also, too, those young players got to realize, injuries happen, right? Stuff happens to kids. You could have a big injury on this team later down the road. A kid go down. If an outfielder, whoever, right? Anybody goes down, who's going to be that kid, right? That's going to step up and come into play. And if you get into a game and it's 14-0 in a game like this, and if you can't produce and you make some mistakes in a 14-0 game, why should your coach believe you're going to be productive in a 2-1 dogfight in a district game? So it's your opportunity for these young kids to prove themselves for sure. Runnels will be leading off the inning for Summertown. Lindsay on deck. Runnels going to swing and miss on that one. That was looked like a changeup down and away. Good pitch. Runnels is up there a little bit, but I'm not wondering with speed here. You don't get up in the very front of the box. You got to shut that time, close that gap. You got to close the gap down. That's a pop-up down the right field line.
Looks
it's
like
short.
Trouble.
Nice
Squeeze
job by
it.
the right fielder on running in on a running catch. So Science Hill starting off the second much better than they did the first. So they're going to get out 1 with the fly out. Lindsay to the plate now. Lindsay, that first inning, had a walk
and a line drive.
Double.
Right center.
And she's going to hit a ground ball hard down the left field line. This is the worst, seeing this pitching here. And I'm sure it's the same way with other kids, but I can say for sure with Lindsay, this is the worst thing she needs to see.
Yeah,
She's one also. She needs to get up at the very front of that box as far as she can possibly get up there. And you just got to be patient.
Yeah, because they are, you can see her step sort of in front of the plate, but,
Yeah.
I mean, she's got another 12 inches that she could go. And so you go from a girl that's throwing 60, 62 to, I don't know, high 40s, maybe 50.
Maybe 50.
And so, I mean, that is so hard to adjust on that quick. I mean, there was no game break. It was as long as they could walk from one field to the next complex and got on the field, and we were playing. So
Lindsay's going to hit a sky-high pop-up to center field, and that's going to be caught. You know, like you were saying, the focus is up and down when you're up 14-0. The previous pitch to Lindsay was a changeup at her eyes, and she just about went for it. And the next pitch was up there too, and she goes after it and pops that one up. So,
yeah, and that's what she's saying coming back to the dugout. She's throwing everything high.
Well, you can't help. You know, you're up 14-0. You want to hit the ball, but you know, swinging at bad pitches doesn't make it a good pitch.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
That is going to be a base hit. That's a nice piece of hitting right there by Anna Burles, right up the middle for a base hit. You know.
And all she did right there is the ball's a little outside, about waist high, and she just poked it right over the shortstop's head.
Yeah. So that will bring Jones to the plate. She was 1 for 2 in that first inning with a strikeout and a big double down the left field line that slammed against the fence. That will be high and away. Ball 1. We do have a special treat coming up, Cody.
What's that?
If you're aware of that. I've got a surprise for you.
Uh-oh.
Birthday boy. You know, we talked about the little boy that's got the birthday today, right?
Yeah.
He is going to be doing some play-by-play in his first game ever here in a few minutes.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think this would be the good
this
experience for him.
One
it's his
to break
birthday.
him in.
Yes, I think so. That they're going to try the pickoff attempt, and that's going to be thrown away. But right fielder's going to grab that one up to keep Burleson from moving to second. Here's the pitch to Jones. That's going to be, she's going to be out in front of that one, and she's going to hit a hard foul ball over our heads. 2 outs here in the top of the second.
This is a better result for if you're Science Hill.
Yeah, for sure. Baby steps, as the old saying goes, right?
Yeah, for
Here's
sure.
The pitch. Jones is going to hit this one down the right field line. That might be in play. Ooh. Oh, just out of the right fielder's reach. He lays out for there. It. A lot of room. I haven't noticed it, but, man, there's a ton of room down these lines.
Yeah, you've got about 30, 35 feet in between the foul line and the fence.
Yeah.
And Science Hill's right fielder used all of it and dove for it and folded up like a lawn chair, but she didn't get to it in time.
I like the effort.
Yeah, it was there. The effort was there.
Yeah. So here's the pitch to Jones. She's got 2 strikes on her. See what she's going to do. That's going to be popped up. I think that one's foul as well.
On to the next field.
There's a team behind us over there huddled up, and I think Jones has about killed them twice.
Yeah.
With these fly balls. They're over there, they're watching now. They're ducking and dodging.
If they'll just get their if they'll get their gloves out, they'll be able to take some fly ball practice over there. Ooh.
That's going to be a changeup in the dirt, and Burleson does something that some players can do, but it's difficult to do. She jumps a changeup.
Yeah.
She sees changeup. You know you've got 2 outs, so she just swipes second base. That's a tough thing to learn. But Jones going to hit a line shot and
about killed Coach Burleson on the rebound.
Yep.
And he didn't move an inch.
Nope. But, we scrimmaged Lawrence County, earlier in the year, and Burleson did the same thing, jump change up. I mean, it's something that you've really got to work at and know. But
when you're saying jump the change up, what are you talking about?
When you see the change, we'll talk hang on just 1 second. Jones, she's going to strike out down and in. Nice pitch there. So Summertown will not score this inning. They did score 14 the inning before, but they're going to be held scoreless this one. So headed in the bottom of the second. Summertown up 14-0. Well, when I say jump the changeup, Cody, it's a situation where you're on. It could be first or second, but if you're able to read the changeup out of the hand, of course, that changeup in general, if you're taught anyway, most pitchers are taught. If you're going to miss with a changeup, you miss low. You don't want to leave anything up, right? So that changeup, especially if it's significantly slower than a lot of your other pitches, if you see that changeup come out of the hand, you automatically bolt for the next base. And a lot of times with that significantly drop in speed, by the time that ball gets there, especially if it goes into the dirt, you can easily take a next base.
So it takes a lot of skill to read that?
I think it takes a lot of practice. I think certain kids have more difficulty at it than others.
Okay.
And you don't see a ton of kids that do it.
Yeah.
But you also see it's also a tough thing that some coaches may not even put a big emphasis on either, But we have a pitching change. Lindsay goes 1 inning, 3 up, 3 down. Does a good job. Gets a pop out and 2 ground outs. We got Woods on the mound now. On the mound, Miss Olivia Woods, freshman.
So Hannah went 14 pitches in the first inning to get her 3 outs.
That's what you like to see.
Yeah. I mean, averaging 4 pitches a batter, a little over 4. So just enough to get her some looks and move on to tomorrow.
We also have a catching change. Looks like KK Shaddix going to get her some innings behind plate, I believe. That's going to be hit to right field and dropped. And that runner is going to advance to second. It's going to be close. She's in there, though, with a
first pitch swinging double, sliding into second.
Yeah.
It's going to be an error on the right
I think
fielder.
we'll have to call that an E on that one. Tough luck there, but Science Hill starts off with a hit to right that gets a runner to second base. I tell you what, though, Cody, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to let this young man get in here and call his first game. Let's go, my friend.
He looked up there like, who, me?
Woods is going to lead off the next batter with the ball. She'll go down.
Get up here
1-0.
and call some. We're going to get Hayden in on this.
I got my son. His 14th birthday's today. He has skipped school. He is a truant. He is a truant delinquent.
Don't you work for DCS?
But I don't mess with them until they get so many truancy days. So
I got
as long as he's under the number, he's fine.
No, I got you.
All right, so here we go. He always said he wanted to be a broadcaster, so this will be his first step toward that. Okay, Cody?
Good deal. Good deal. Science Hill's going to foul the next pitch off to the right. Hayden, what is up, my man?
Nothing much, just watch some softball.
Heard that. Are you enjoying, I asked you this question earlier, but do you feel any older?
Not really.
No.
A little bit wiser.
A little bit wiser. Hey, that's the goal of the game. We're going to have a ball there. Bring the count to 2-1. As Woods is working through her pitches. Doing a good job. Hey, did you get wet earlier when it rained?
Yeah, man. I was sprinting to the car, but got a little soaked.
There you go. Science Hill line drives to Abbott at short. She's going to make that play easy and going to retire the first out of the inning.
It's nice to see Woods on the mound today. First appearance in the game today, or in the games today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Strike. What's the count, Cody?
It's 0-1. We've got 0-1 count. Working on a new batter here. 1 away. Woods is going to miss high. So, hoping the weather holds out for us. It's getting a little bit more cloudy. The sun's tucked away, and so we'll see if we can't get through the time limit here and get out of here, head back to Summertown. Brings up 2-1. She lays that in the dirt. KK blocks it up, but the runner is going to advance to third. It's going to leave the count at the plate 3-1 with Science Hill's first runner in scoring position now.
Kaylee Shattuck's got pretty unlucky with that bounce. She blocked it up very well, but just didn't get the.
And the batter's going to rip it right back up the middle at Woods for a stand-up single, and that will score Science Hill's first run of the day. So it's going to break the goose egg. So they are on the board. Runner on first with 1 out.
Score is 14-1 in the bottom of the second. Well, here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1.
Hayden, how's it feel to be able to skip school today?
It's nice, you know. You got to come get soaked, but, you know, we're watching softball, so.
Way better than sitting inside, I can promise you that.
Well,
Throw down to first. Runner's going to get back in time.
Counts 1-1. Runner on first.
It's going to be a line drive down the right field line, but it's going to go foul. There's a whole bunch of room over there, Hayden, on the right, on the sides of the foul lines, and so you got to think if you can somehow paint a ball around the corner, get in the fair, you're going to be running for a while.
Yeah, definitely.
Woods with a good-looking changeup. Swings and misses, and because there's a runner on first, the batter cannot run. So that's going to be a strikeout for Woods to retire the second out.
Great changeup right there by Olivia Woods. Here's the first pitch. Strike down the middle. Counts 0-1.
For Science Hill here, you have a long, tall hill, no pun intended, to climb here.
Yes.
13 runs as Woods leaves that changeup short and in the dirt. Got to be swinging here, right? Cannot be thinking about walking. Can't be looking for any free bases. You're going to have to make something happen here.
Definitely. And at this point, you just have nothing to lose. You can just go all out.
It's going to be out of play down the left field line.
Count is 1-2 here for Olivia Woods.
If you're just joining us and thinking, why do I not see the field? It's we had a quick turnaround on games, didn't have time to set the cameras up, so we're just doing audio right now for this game. But tomorrow we will be back. Science Hill pops one up in the left field, and a diving catch for out number 3.
Aniston LaRue on that play. Great play by Aniston.
That was awesome. So we retire the second with Science Hill scoring their first run of the game, but they're going to leave a runner stranded and only score 1 there. So that's going to bring out top of the third.
So Cody, if you're Science Hill's coach right here, what do you have in your mind?
I have a lot in my mind. I don't really know. How do you motivate a team that's down 13? Better coaching than I would be doing for sure. But, I mean, I think what me and your dad were talking about earlier was, doing the basics right, trying to build something. It looks like we've got another pitching change for Science Hill. And so we'll see who's coming up here. We've got Reagan leading us off.
Pitcher warming up here. Throw down. We're about to get ready to start the top of the third. Summertown up 14-1. Reagan Burleson up to bat. And here we go. Here's the pitch. Pop up to first base. It is caught for out number 1. First pitch out there for Science Hill. That'll be the first out of the inning. Here we have Kaylee Shaddix up to bat. Crowding the plate here. Takes it for ball 1. Ball 1 high.
So this is we're gonna have the same problem as far as batting goes right here, Hayden, is that not a lot of velocity here. I actually think, we got a ball in play. But I think this girl may be even slower velocity-wise. And so if I'm getting in the batter's box, I'm scooting all the way to the front as far as I can go.
Definitely. You got to pop up here to center field. Diving catch by the center fielder. Good catch there.
Great play. Center comes all the way in, dives and catches that one for out number 1.
That's actually out number 2.
Out number 2. I missed one.
We had a pop out.
My main man,
Reagan
Hayden.
Burleson.
Now check what Olivia's doing right here. She's got her foot all the way to the front of the box.
Crowding the plate.
Yeah, about kills 4 elderly people sitting on the other side of the fence down the first baseline. Isn't it funny how you can have a fence in front of you and still flinch when the ball's coming?
Just instinct, you know?
Survival.
Yeah. When a ball's coming at you about 140 mile an hour, it's just survival in that period of time.
Heard that. Science Hill rolls one in there. Make it 1-1. Olivia drives it. It's going to look like it's going to go foul down the right field line. Brings up a 1-2 count. So she's actually, I don't know if she's trying to push it that way or she's so far up from where she normally is that she's just a little bit behind it. But if she can straighten that out just a pinch, she's going to beat that right fielder because she's cheating a little left. Olivia drives over the shortstop's head just enough where she can't reach it for a single. Start this inning off for us.
Aniston LaRue up to bat now with 2 outs in the inning with Olivia Woods on first. Takes ball 1 outside.
So it does look like we're getting some subs here for Summertown, trying to get some girls batting in.
Grounded the pitcher, and that's out number 3 to retire Summertown's hit. So middle of the third inning, going into the bottom of the third. There's a lot of things that will probably be on Science Hill's mind right now, and that's just to get back in the game.
Heard that, Hayden. I'm going to try something here, playing with some of the technology we've got. We're going to take a break, Hayden and I, or we'll come right back for the bottom of the third inning, your Summertown Lady Eagles are up 14-1 here in Murfreesboro. We'll be right back.
Carly Urban on for her third inning of work through 2, has given up 3 runs off 3 hits, a walk, a strikeout through 34 pitches. First one hit high in the air, deep to left field. That one gets over the fence. Meg Parrott with a lead-off homer, and Summertown gets that run back. They lead it 4-1.
It was gone. But that was a well-hit ball. I knew it was least in the gap, but it just carried and carried. Great job there by Meg.
All right, we are back here in Murfreesboro for Summertown Lady Eagles softball today. Got my main man, Hayden Lindsay, here with me, calling on his birthday. And it's a good little birthday present. Girls already won 1 game, batted around 2 times in the first inning to score 14 runs. It's going to make it 14-1 here in the bottom of the third inning. Olivia Woods on the mound, has one hit right back at her.
Bobbles it, and the runner will be safe at first.
So, going to have an error there for Olivia. It's going to put a runner at first.
Runner at first, no outs. Here's the pitch of the new batter. Strike 1, called on the outside corner of the plate. Woods gets the sign. Second pitch.
Runner goes to second, and she's going to get her trying to steal second. Good throw down there. Erica puts the tag on.
Great throw by Kaylee Shaddix to seal the deal there. At the runner at first, tried to peek out on her, but just tossed her down. So.
It's going to be foul ball over the back. I have an 0-2 count. What do you got?
I think it's 1-2.
1-2. Let's see what the umpire gives us. Here goes Olivia with a pitch. That's going to be a changeup. She just holds on to a little long. It's going to go over our catcher's head into the net. Olivia pitching really well. We haven't seen her today. But I know as a freshman coming in, even when it's a wide open game like this, you know, nerves are going, excitement's going, the opportunity to show out what you've been working on. Science Hill drives one in the gap to right center. That's going to be a single. As the outfield does a good job getting the ball in.
As you were talking about Olivia Woods, she has potential beyond measure.
Oh, for sure.
As you can see, her sister is playing D1 softball at MTSU. You know, you gotta be excited if you're Coach Greg here for the future.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You got the best in-house teacher. The best in-house teacher that you can possibly have. So we're excited to see her come up through the ranks as she throws high and outside for ball number 2. Good pitch right there. Science Hill just picks it up and drives it to right field. Gets it in. It's going to advance the runners to first and second now. We've got one out here in the bottom of the third.
Runners on first and second. Here, base hit probably scores a run unless it's very shallow.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're Science Hill, you like this momentum you got going right now.
Definitely.
As Olivia misses outside for ball 1. But, you know, 13 run deficit's something to find confidence in if you're Summertown.
Definitely.
Olivia misses outside again for ball 2. Just trying to find her rhythm here. Good pitch there. Fastball.
Popped up foul.
Great effort by Anna on first. Try to get there, but it was out of play. We'll bring up a 2-1 count for Science Hill.
Olivia gets her sign. Here she goes. Ground to shortstop.
3. I'm not sure the girl standing on second knew what was going on. She just stopped running.
Well, Erica got the play, and she tossed it over to third.
Yeah,
so
that ball's hit to Erica. Easy out to third base for the second out of the inning.
Runner still on first and second. Here's the pitch. Line to Erica.
Another one to Erica. She's going to field that clean over to Lindsay at third and retire the inning with a third out. So Science Hill finally getting the bats going a little bit, but cannot capitalize at all. Scores nothing. It's going to bring up the top of the 4th, and you know that has to be frustrating.
Yes.
They just took a beat in the first inning, and then to have what momentum they had going depleted has got to be draining at best.
And you leave 2 runners stranded out there, and you know that's just a walk in the park. You know, it really just frustrates me, honestly, just watching.
Hayden's frustrated. Hayden's frustrated for the other team.
You know, I kind of want to see something going here. You know.
Yeah, we haven't had a lot of action here lately since that. I mean, but granted, a 14-run inning is kind of hard to match, don't you think?
Oh yeah, for sure. We came out hot. I feel like we kind of died down. A little change of pitchers here for Science Hill. Change of speed. It's kind of threw us off a little bit, I think.
For sure, but we've got the top of the lineup with Abbott leading us off. So our 1, 2, 3 hitters going to step up to the plate this inning. And we hope there is more to follow with that.
Got a leadoff hitter up here. You know, she already hit a home run in the first game that flew. Might have took out a few Eagles.
Yep. Few Eagles taking out Eagles here as Science Hill opens up with a pitch. Going to be ball 1. Yeah, if you're Erica, you've had a great day of hitting. With the home run in the first game, I think she had 2 doubles as well, and then the 2 doubles here she had opening this game. So seeing the ball, hitting the ball real well, has got to feel confident in the box. She lines one right back to the pitcher for the easy out at first. We're going to get
Adriana Wilkinson coming up here.
She's going to step up in the box for – she's going to sub in here, number 17. Who'd you say this was?
Adriana Wilkinson.
Okay.
A freshman here getting some action.
I'm so glad you're here because the freshmen I don't know as well as I do the upperclassmen. Pitch, hey, and she steps up in there and drives one to short. She's going to field it clean and throw her out at first. Hey, first ball she's seen today, and she drives it to short. Gotta love that.
I like the confidence, just getting up there and swinging. You know, just relaxed up there, just swinging the bat. Two outs, top of the fourth.
We have another sub here. Somebody sub Hannah out, Lindsay out.
Hannah Lindsay is subbed out for number 10. I'm sorry, I do not know this girl's name. I think she's new. From California, I think.
Okay.
Ball one low.
Erica, who is this? Who is this? Who? Brendolyn Stevens. This just in, Hayden. It's Brendolyn Stevens up to bat. She pops one high down the left field line, and that's going to be foul.
That was roped. That was hit very, very hard. And she's up there swinging as well. I think the whole Summertown team now knows what they're throwing, and they're just getting up there and swinging.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to feel good when you were hitting the velocity of the first pitcher we saw in the first game versus this. I mean, this to me is more like BP.
Yeah.
Staying up there. The ball's looking as big as a watermelon. And the first inning definitely showed how confident we felt there. She fouls that ball off.
Counts 1-2 with 2 outs in the top of the fourth. Summertown up 14-1 still. Haven't seen much of Summertown since the first inning. Here's the pitch. Popped up to the shortstop. That will be good for out number 3.
So that's going to retire the top of the fourth. Summertown not scoring anything there, but again, us being up 14-1 definitely helps with that. So we're going to change sides up here and come to the fourth inning, bottom of the fourth inning, leading by 13. Olivia Woods still on the mound, so good to see her being able to get some reps in today. Early in the tournament, what is you coming back tomorrow, Hayden?
I'm going to try. You know, if we don't get rained out, I should be here. But it's supposed to be pretty bad tonight and early on and tomorrow morning. So
yeah, that's what somebody was sending me earlier was we got a message saying to be on standby for storm activity tonight. So make sure you're weather aware. We've got a awesome group at WLX working to keep us safe. Ben Luna and his crew. So make sure you tune in for that tonight if you're in Lawrence County. And everybody be safe so we can come back tomorrow. So we've got bottom of the fourth. Summertown leading 14-1. Olivia Woods is on the mound. As Science Hill, number 32, steps into the box.
if I'm Science Hill, I'm just trying to do the little things right. You know, just the pitcher's got to hit spots. You know, the hitter's got to do their job. The field has to do their job. Everybody's just got to be a role player here.
For sure. If this is me, I'm trying to take away some positives here. And getting beat by 13 is not the best positive that I could think of. So make their pitchers work. Make them do what they're supposed to do and hit the ball when they throw it in the strike zone. Olivia throws strike number 1 in there, brings to a 2-1 count. It's a good-looking fastball on the outside. As Science Hill drives it to left center, that's going to be a catch in left field for out number 1.
Great play by Aniston LaRue on the run there. Just stuck her glove out and kind of just squeezed, you know?
Hey.
It's one of those things.
Stick it up there and squeeze.
But she did catch the ball, so, you know? You can't
Better than
ask for
most.
much.
Olivia Woods throwing gas there for strike number 1.
great way to start the at-bat, and you know how crucial that first pitch is.
Yeah, that's something we've talked about here lately is we've just got to get off ahead in the count. Can't get behind, can't work from behind. It puts more pressure on you, unnecessary pressure, and not something we want our girls doing. So good job, Olivia, getting out ahead.
The count is 1-2 now for Olivia Woods. Here's the pitch. That'll be strike number 2. Count bring to 2-2. Olivia kind of fighting her way back into this count here.
2-2. Science Hill fights it off to Abbott short. She's going to make the throw to first for out number Dose. Bring number 18. I apologize, we didn't have time to get the lineups. But 18 for Science Hill fouls it off to the right over the head of Burleson, but that's going to go foul.
Do you know where Science Hill is located?
Yeah, I was just looking at that actually earlier. I'll pull it back up so you don't make me a liar, but so Science Hill, if it's the Science Hill in Tennessee, I'm sure there's 1,000, but Science Hill, Tennessee is in Johnson City. So far east Tennessee.
I was wondering because there is a lot of teams from a lot of different places here. The first game we actually played a team from Illinois, a little suburb of Chicago.
Yep.
Getting to meet some new faces, see some new faces. Play some new faces.
Yeah, I was looking at the team list. You've got plenty of teams from Tennessee, of course. Pennsylvania, Ohio, New York, Kentucky, Indiana. She's going to drop. Batter for Science Hill's going to drop one in to shallow right for base hit. And not the best defensive play we've had today. But like I was saying, Kentucky, Indiana, plenty of teams out of Illinois, actually. Arkansas, Florida, Alabama. So you've got teams from all over the United States, really. And so big tournament here in Murfreesboro this weekend.
This is just a great way to just see like different people, different speeds of pitchers, different ways. I feel like Coach Burleson is just getting us warmed up for this season.
Yeah.
I have high hopes for this season.
Fly
for
ball
sure.
into left field is going to be squeezed for out number 3 of the inning, and that's going to retire the 4th. We're going to move on to the 5th with Summertown leading by 13 still. And that looks like it's going to be the ball game, folks. So again, Summertown coming out, scored 14 runs in 1 inning, the top of the first. Science Hill just never had any gas left to be able to answer that. They do score 1. And so in 4 innings, Summertown Lady Eagles beat Science Hill Hilltoppers 14-1 here in Murfreesboro. So that's going to do the girls for the day. We are scheduled to play tomorrow at 10 o'clock here back in Murfreesboro. And so I was going to get a pregame here. But tomorrow we're supposed to play White County, which is close to where I grew up at in Middle Tennessee. We play them at 10 here at the Starplex Field 2. So if you don't have anything to do tomorrow on Saturday and you are a Summertown Eagles fan, or if you're not, it doesn't matter. Just come on up here to Murfreesboro, enjoy some good softball, and it's supposed to be good weather after the rain moves through. So, again, stay safe tonight, but we appreciate you listening. I appreciate Hayden joining me. Happy birthday, big guy. Everybody shout out to Hayden Lindsay for his birthday today. And but join us back tomorrow here on Summertown Networks on Facebook, on YouTube, and also check us out on X Sports. So this is Cody Harrington and Hayden Lindsay signing off today. This has been Summertown Lady Eagle Softball here on Summertown Facebook.